So hello and welcome again to yet another iRONiX media video, and this is the second section of how to edit your videos, be it on your PC or on your smartphone. Now in our last video we learned how to edit videos using our PC, and now I'm going to go straight forward and show you how to edit your videos on your smartphone. Now I'm going to use the same application, but now this time for using a Filmora version of the smartphone. So the first thing we are going to do is go to the Playstore section and download our app. If you are using iPhone, you just go to the Apple Store and then search for Filmora. It's always going to show up at the first result over there. So it's a quite popular app, so you don't have to go onto the results section and keep searching for it. So I've already downloaded mine, so we are just going to open it and then take you through to how to edit your videos. So let me close this one. So it's called Filmora Go for smartphones. It's called Filmora Go, but the one I used for the PC was called Filmora X, but it's still the same company, so you don't have to worry again about the difference. So when you open up Filmora for Filmora Go, the first things you are going to see are the effects tab. Oh, not that one. You're going to see this effects tab over here, which has the effect, speed, PIP, that is picture in picture, and also the photos tab, where you can select the photos that you want to include on your videos. Now the ones you can see here down are the previous projects I've been working on, just like the one kama vile tu tulikuwa tumefungulia kwa comp and then ukaona zile projects nilikuwa nimeona, the projects now for the smartphone display down here. So the first thing you're going to do is click on new project, which is down here, and it's going to prompt you to select the video that you want to edit. Let's say ulikuwa unataka kuedit video iko on your gallery. They are all going to show up over here, and you can not only select videos, but also you can select photos or even other kind of elements that you want to include on your videos. So I'm going to first of all select this video. This is the one that I want to edit. So when you tap on it, you click import, and just in case you wanted to still add another video, you can select multiple videos at the same time. So here's our video. If I play it, this is just a sample video that I recorded during one of our hikes, and we are just going to start editing it. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is the parts of this Filmora interface for smartphone. So our playback area, just like in our PC, our playback area now on the smartphone is this part over here, and you can see as we play the video, the output is being shown now up here. This section that I'm clicking on right now, the one that I'm scrolling, is now our timeline. Now just like in our PC, we had a timeline in our PC. Now for smartphone, our timeline is going to show down here, and this is the part where you can include any kind of element that you want to include on your video. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is how to trim your videos, because there is one of the most common feature that people use when editing your videos. You don't want to include some part of a video, kuna part pengine hautaki ionekane, or maybe you are distracted. So in order to trim your video, you're just going to come to this option over here. It's called trim. And as you can see, our video has now been selected over here. You can see it has a big red line. So all you have to do is first of all go to the section that you want to trim. Let us say you want to trim this part over here. I want my video to start from there. So what we are going to do is just click on this split section down there, and as you can see, our video has now been split into two. Once you have split your video, all you have to do is select the part that you don't want to be shown and then tap delete. As you can see, our video has now been trimmed. The section that I wanted to remove has now been trimmed out, and therefore our video looks like this. So that's pretty much all about trimming your videos. As you can see, it's much more easier because here Filmora app for smartphone, you don't have to do a lot of advanced stuff. So it's quite a basic app, so it's easier to use and more easier to understand. And if you are out there and you want to be editing your videos using a smartphone, this is the application that I would highly recommend. The next thing that I'm going to show you is adding music to your background. So in order to do that, all you have to do is now select this part for music, and as you can see, it has a bunch of options that you can select. There is the featured music, the my music. If you want to add your own music from your own memory card or phone storage device, you can always select my music. If you want the featured music is now the background music that always comes with this application. There are a bunch of library over here. We have the lullaby. You can play them in order to check how they sound. There are a bunch of them, and I think they are licensed, so you don't have to worry about the copyright stuff. You can also you can select the category of the music that you want. For example, if you want to select a sound for maybe a sound effect like this broken screen. Okay, that was a bit annoying, but if you want to select this sound effect for glitch, there are a bunch of sound effects over here, so that you can select the one that you want. And if you also want to add audio from an extracted file, you can always select audio from maybe a video that you saw. So all you have to do is first of all import the video and then select the audio that you want. So the next thing that I'm going to show you now is adding text to your video. To add text to your videos, you can always come to this section of or option of text, and then first of all you are going to write the text that you want to be displayed. Like for example, this video is about a hike, so we are just going to write the hike, and you can maybe put an emoji over there if you want to. I don't think it's I don't think it allows an emoji, but that's fine. So as you can see, our text has now been displayed on the screen over here, and you can move it around and place it at the location that you want. As you can see, I'm doing. All you have to do is drag it just like you would do on your PC. That is long pressing and then moving it, and then remove your finger when it has been located to the location that you want. And you can also adjust the text the length or the duration that you want the text to be displayed. You can always drag it up to the length that you want. Again, if you want to still add some other text on your video, you can always press the add text here, and you can press the same button again, and then you can add the text that you want. Maybe let's say the hike. You can say the hike, and maybe write something like football. Let's place it over there. The next thing you can do with your text is that you can always edit it. Maybe you want to change the spelling. Maybe you made a mistake about the spelling, and maybe you want to correct it. You can always press the edit button and edit if there was a mistake. You can again select the font that you want. There are a bunch of types of font styles that come with Filmora. This is just the system, the default text font that is there. You can always select according to the one that you want, and again Filmora has provided you with a library of many of the font styles that are available when you're editing your videos. You can also choose the color that you want. You can just press the color tab. You can select whether it's you want a gray color, a white, red. All bunch of colors are available in this section. Again, you can choose the animation of the text. If you want to select a very enticing, maybe effect, or kind of, let me call it an animation effect to your text, you can always select the one that you want according to the library that this application has given you. The next thing you can do is format your text. You can either make it centered if you want. If you want your text to appear centered, you can always select the option up here in the middle. If you want your text to be aligned to the left or to the right, sorry. If you want your text to be aligned to the right, you can always select the alignment that you want. If you want to adjust the size, you can always play around with this section over here, the one that I'm adjusting with. Let's keep it at that size. If you want again to adjust the width of the characters in that text, you can always play around with this section. You can always adjust the height if you want to. Okay, I don't think it's changing, but if you want to maybe adjust the height, you can always select that option. Again, you can position your text according to the location that you want by using these options in this section. But the easiest one, of course, is just dragging your text to the appropriate location that you want. So I'm just going to let it remain right there. And again, if you want to remove the text, you can always press the delete button here. Yeah, you can see it there. All you're going to do is just press that delete button. The next thing I'm going to show you is adjusting your filters. If you are the kind of person who likes posting videos on either Instagram or TikTok or any other kind of social media, most of these settings, I'm sure you are going to be familiar with them, and therefore this application will just be easy for you. So if you want to select maybe to add a filter to your video, you can always select the filter option, the one that I've clicked, and then select the kind of filter that you want. It has a large amount of types of filters that are there, and again, if you want to adjust the intensity of that filter, you can always adjust in this adjustment bar right there. See, there we go. If you also want to adjust maybe the brightness or the contrast, you can always select this adjust tab that is here. Maybe if you want to adjust the brightness of that video, you can always increase or decrease here. If you want to adjust the contrast, the temperature, or the vignetting of that video, you can always do the same way that we have done with the brightness. So I'm just going to leave it at there. I'm not going to place or adjust the brightness. Just going to select none. The next thing that I'm going to show you is now adding a picture or even a video on top of your main video, just like we did with the B-roll on the PC. So all you are going to do is just select this PIP over there. When you select PIP, you are going to, it's going to prompt you to select the video or photo that you want to add to your main video. So let's say, for example, let's add this video over here. It's going to import your video to that project that you are making. There we go. Here is our video. As you can see, it is on top of our main video over here. So you can always play around just like we did with the text over here. You can just drag it to the location that you want. So let's in this case, let us place it right there. Again, this is just a sample video that I'm using to show you how to edit your video. So I know the moment we start exporting it, some of you are going to say it doesn't make sense, but understand it's just a sample video. So okay, let us place it there. So as you can see, if I play the video, it is playing both the video and the main video, just like we did on the B-roll on the PC. So that is how you can place a video on top of another video. If you also wanted to add a photo on top of this video, you can always come back to this section of PIP. Since we've already added a video, what we're going to do is just select add, and this is the same procedure you're going to follow if you still want to add another video or photo in that case. So let us add this photo over here, and then click on this tick when you have done selecting the photo. Adjust it and then place it in the location that you want. The next thing that I'm going to show you is placing an effect on your video. Now there are a bunch of effects that Filmora Go comes with. There's the chromatic, the bad TV signal. Let me just show how they look like. That is the chromatic effect. You can also place the bad TV section. As you can see, it looks like a bad TV signal. You can always select the kind of effect that you want according to the video that you are making, and there are a bunch of them. And some of them can be downloaded still if you have internet connection. So I'm just going to place this extreme effect over here. Again, if you want to maybe add a background on your video, maybe you want to make your video a bit blur, maybe up to that section, you can always select this canvas option over here, and then go to the part of the video that you want to maybe put the blur background, and then adjust the intensity of that blurriness, and then just play the video and you're going to see that it's now a bit blur, if you can see. And that's pretty much it. Those are the most of the common settings or maybe editing features that Filmora Go has. If you want to maybe explore and see what other features that it has, you can always play around with the application. If you want to maybe explore, maybe kama unataka kuweka kitu ka slow motion, you can always explore according to the effects that are here. And again, one thing I'd like to mention is that this application is not free. Actually, you have to pay for it, but if you are the kind of person who maybe can't afford this application, you can always use the trial version. Again, like I said in my last video, if you feel like you can't afford to buy an application, just start with the trial version. Don't make that urge of not being able to afford an application stop you from making YouTube videos. Just start with what you have, and the content is what matters most. So I don't think the restrictions that come with Filmora are going to restrict your audience to view your content. So the last thing that I'm going to show you now is to export your video. So to export your video and have the final output, you're going to select this option up here, and you are going to select the resolution of the video. Maybe you want it in 360 pixels, 480 pixels, 720, and up to the HD, which is 1080 pixels. So I'm going to select obviously the full HD version. And again, you can also select the frames per second that you want. Like I said, 30 frames per second is quite good. It's not going to mess up anything. And it all depends on the device that you used to record your video. So mostly I recommend for beginners 30 frames per second. At least that one is a bit, it's going to make your video look a bit more smooth. So after selecting all that, you will just click export. Give it some time and then it will finish creating your video.
A few moments later.
So here's our final output, and I think it doesn't make sense at all. But again, like I said earlier on, this is just a sample video that I used to show you on how to edit your videos on your smartphone. Thank you so much for watching this series. I hope it has helped someone out there. If you have any queries or something or somewhere that you didn't understand, make sure you don't hesitate to comment down there. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.